This HAN Network video is brought to you by Bankwell. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
It's Tuesday, March 22nd, and this is your Coffee Break News Update. I'm Kate Czaplinski. We're live on the road today for our FCAC Spring Tour, live outside Brian McMahon High School right now. But first, we're going to run down some of the news that we're following today, including that the Darien police officers who were arrested for firing a gun at a vehicle while off duty will be allowed to return to work after the Police Commission voted on a last chance agreement for both officers. Police officers Daniel Arrett and James Martin have been on administrative leave since an off-duty incident on August 1st, 2015, involving the discharge of a personally owned firearm at Martin's home, which was directed at a vehicle owned by Martin. Both local and state police responded to Wakeman Road on August 1st, where Martin lives. Based on the warrant application, Martin and Arrett were interviewed by Darien Police Sergeant Mark Cirillo at Martin's home. Martin initially claimed that he and Arrett had let some fireworks off, but admitted to firing upon his car after further questioning. According to the application, Cirillo detected an odor of alcohol coming from both officers. A search of the vehicle, a Jeep Cherokee, uncovered 13 bullet holes on its passenger side. The state police investigation determined that the gun, a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard .380 pistol, was fired in the direction of I-95 away from neighboring houses. Darien officials say the officers cooperated fully in the investigation, and on Monday, agreements were reached with both officers and the police union regarding the disposition of the charges. The commission and the town approved the negotiated last chance agreements for both officers, which will close the internal affairs investigation and return both to work with disciplinary suspensions of 60 days, conditions on their work for the next 60 days, restrictions on promotions and special assignments for 2 years, and the potential for termination without the right of appeal. The suspension will be retroactive, with the officers reimbursing the town of Darien for 60 days of the pay and benefits received while they were on leave. According to Darien Police Commission Chairman Paul Johnson, this settlement balances the gravity of the situation against the officers' years of laudable service. But you can get more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And in other news today, several vehicle break-ins have been reported in Milford, and police have a photo of the suspects they believe are responsible. Police say that on Sunday, at least 24 vehicles were broken into in the area of Meadowside Road and Seaside Avenue. Various items were taken from the cars, according to police, and several home surveillance systems captured images of the individuals involved, showing 3 to 4 men in their late teens to 20s walking from residence to residence, checking for unlocked vehicle doors. The investigations into the break-ins are active and ongoing, and if anyone has information, they're asked to contact Milford Police at 203-878-6551. This isn't the first time that the Meadowside area has been targeted by car vandals, and earlier this month, there was a rash of vehicle break-ins in North Milford when a bulletproof vest and AR-15 rifle were stolen from the locked trunk of a marked Connecticut State Police cruiser. And in other news today, a Ridgefield resident was arrested by Customs and Border Control Agency at JFK International Airport on a Reading police warrant on Thursday, March 3rd. 53-year-old Ian Duncan had a warrant for his arrest for evading responsibility for an accident that happened on December 31st, 2015 in Reading. He was arrested and held in the New York jail system for 6 days after returning from an overseas business trip. He returned to the U.S. on March 3rd, the day after the warrant was issued for his arrest, and finally picked up and processed by Reading police on March 9th. According to Reading Chief Douglas Hughes, we tried everything to pick him up, but New York just wouldn't let us. You can get more on that story at thereadingpilot.com. And finally, early last Wednesday evening in Easton, March 16th, a black bear came calling in the Black Rock Road neighborhood north of Country Club Lane. Around 6:40 in the evening, Emmeline Dumler of Black Rock reports that she was alerted by phone to the bear spotted at her front door by a neighbor, Denise Lynch. Dumler said as they were talking, the black bear moved to the side of the property and climbed over their split rail fence into the backyard, headed for the bird feeder. Fortunately, she said their dogs, Abby and Zach, who are Jack Russells, went wild and may have scared the bear into the backyard woods. In a photo sent to Dummler to the Easton Courier, the bear is shown next to what she says is a New York City issue fire hydrant, so you can gauge the size of the bear. The Easton police were called, and Officer Mike Kaluta responded to investigate the bear's location, and he referred the matter to animal control. But that does it for this coffee break news update live from the road while we're on our spring FCAC tour. You can follow all the action on Twitter at HAN Network CT. We'll see you next time.